controlled, through reflex action. So the command center is brain. So brain is ensuring the basic functions of human body. Now all the organs need to be supplied with signals. So it's all about the whole body is a electrical system, and the generator of electrical system is the heart. Spine is also taking care of the basic functions of the body. Now you are talking about gut and gut feeling. Now there are significant amount of neurons in our navel, and why we are doing for frequency medicine, which uh, which uh, which our good friend Nikola Tesla dreamed and Albert Einstein visualized. They even said a year. They said by 2030 onwards, all hospitals will shut down and it will be only frequency medicine. And hospitals will be only used for surgery. The Shalya Kriya. Rest, everything will shut down. And to be very frank, now we are entering 2026. By 2030, a significant part of the health system would have collapsed and would have easily given way to the frequency medicine. I'm telling you 4 years in advance. In next 4 years, most of you would be the earliest people to enter into frequency medicine. I kept quiet for all these years, and now only through 90DL2, I've started introducing some frequencies. Only one or two frequencies I've given. So this whole talk started from 432 hertz. He started asking, Sunil only asked whether his son-in-law will get the secret 6 water with 432 hertz embedded or 528 or the frequency which we are getting. So I told him, anyhow, whatever frequency you are getting, 432 hertz is already embedded into that water. Now my mother is also consuming 432 hertz only. And we are additionally doping 528. So 528 hertz is for heart. Then we were discussing Goddess Lakshmi. What does she signify? So we all think Goddess Lakshmi means money, wealth. And we all, the entire North India, Sara, Marwadi and everybody, they all think that Goddess Lakshmi means paisa aayega, reserve bank, gold, silver, sab kuch aayega. But the fact is, Goddess Lakshmi has nothing to do with wealth. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess for love and happiness. And the frequency for love and happiness is 528. Money is all about Kuber. Goddess Lakshmi, they have actually done some marketing some few 100 years back. They said, oh, पैसा कमाना है तो गॉडेस की प्रेयर करो. तो ये सारे नोट कमाने में लग गए हैं, खजानों को दिखाते हैं. ये they all do all those type of stuff. They pray for Goddess Lakshmi, but they think that if they pray judiciously, they will get money throughout the year. They also do share market and all that. But the fact of the matter is, Goddess Lakshmi is all about love and happiness, and the frequency of Goddess Lakshmi is 528 hertz. Now, what I did in my research work is, I have actually calculated colors for all of them. Now we know that when it comes to Krishna, Prabhu Krishna, the avatar of Prabhu Vishnu, they are Pitambar. So he was always known for wearing yellow clothes. So what I started doing is I started finding out for your book, Sunil, for the book Cosmic Sanatana. What I did is I started equating goddesses and the various avatar Purush and the Trinity and all the important people like Ganesha and Murugan and everybody. I started calculating their frequencies and how their pujas are happening and frequencies of each of the item done in the puja, so that if I could do a cosmo-astral link with them, so soon I could find out the planets that are getting identified with each of them. Like we know what Shankara means, what we know what is Goddess Lakshmi means, we know what Shakti means. So we were doing all this, and then we realized that for each of these gods and goddesses, we have a specific frequency. So this talk started yesterday from Most of us are between 150 hertz to 220-30 hertz, all of us. Most of us vibrate at this frequency, maximum 225. Otherwise, most of the people are even around 100 or less than 100. We have a very low frequency level. To elevate the frequency, there are a lot of thugs in the market who are doing a lot of lectures, etc. So Sunil was asking me a question, and I was continuously answering him that ultimately you would see from our scalar bulletin, which has started recently only. I'm telling you the mood of the nation in last 8 hours. What are the key news? What are those three major news which have impacted the minds of people? North and South India both, and mostly these moods are north led. I do not know why. South is more calmer a place to live, maybe possibly. They are more grounded, maybe. So I found in last many weeks I was doing North Indian news items are impacting Delhi and the Delhi around areas only. So what we are doing is we are finding out the collective frequency of the Indian society per large, and then what they should do to go to the next frequency, that is the secondary frequency, and what should be the ultimate frequency. I realized there were only very less number of days when they could reach up to 528. So most of them were reaching up to 432 only, and sometimes not even 432. So 432 is the healing frequency, and that is why we started with Secret 6 with 432 hertz initially. And now with the annoyance of Anna, I have upgraded to 528. So if somebody is already on many crates of scalar water for many weeks and many months and is well tuned to it, so we are elevating 432 to 528. 528 is that love and happiness. If you see my evening post on Guru Nanak, we are saying that if we carry selfless love for others, if we want to help them, we feel good about them, we don't feel bad about them, we don't hate them, we are not jealous of them, we are indifferent to their success or our happiness, and we are happy about them, then we are at a 528 frequency. We have elevated ourselves to a better level when we are not jealous of successes of others, when we are not having any relationship crisis with anybody around us, directly in our family or in business or in job or in society or anywhere. So then we started discussing that next level is a typical frequency of 700 hertz and above. So that was the enlightenment frequency, which is very rare for people to exhibit. And the we also discussed last night is the last frequencies are 900 frequencies, series of nine frequencies in 900 number, which is equivalent to God. So if there is somebody who is at a who is vibrating at a frequency of say 900 plus hertz, that guy, or in the or in the multiples of it, then that person is a godly like person, which is very rare to find on this current planet Earth today. You can find these guys in jungles, cut off from the world, having no mobile in their hand. All people who are in earthly matters will not have frequency beyond 200 hertz, 200, 220, 230, that's all. They will max, even if they are living on the grounded on the earth, they are doing everything that is possible. They have joined good cults or good sects, or they have joined some good organizations, communities. They are doing everything they are supposed to do. Max, they will reach 250, not beyond that. So that is why when we started doing the frequency embedment for 432 hertz, the whole idea was to first worry about their physical health, start giving them the healing frequency. So this is how we started spreading. Then the question arose. I was looking at his face. I was thinking he will just ask, can I directly reach 900 frequencies? So he said, okay, yeah, there is a way out. So like others will go into a series format, that first you will elevate from 100 to 200 to 400, to 500 to 600 to 700 to 800 to 900, or even from 200 hertz, I can take you to 900 hertz. It is possible. So then I started thinking, let me tell them the concept of mind and brain. And around last year, I think 2024 starting, we did a program, twice we did a program on cosmic heart. In that, we clearly discussed the function of heart is not to feed blood. If my mother is alive, she didn't die. It is not because of pumping issue. She had even lost the rhythm of the heart, but she didn't die. Why? Because of the neurons. Heart is having a large number of neurons, which is above 45,000 strings of neurons. So these are a very large volume of neurons that surround the entire heart. And these are the neurons that are sending more messages to the brain than brain sending messages to the heart. So it is the heart that controls the brain and not the vice versa. So all the people who think that the brain is the most powerful organ of the body, they have been taught since childhood like that. That brain is most powerful. It is the brain that is most powerful, and the function of heart is to pump blood. In the first phase of our learning, I gave them the thought process that you are a cosmic human and you have a cosmic heart. So cosmic heart meant was that the function of the heart is to basically understand the emotions, to create, generate, memorize. See, whenever we are talking about memories, we think they are stored in our brain. No, they are stored in our subconscious axis between brain and the heart. दिल से जीना है. They say, I take decisions by heart, or some people say I take decisions by the gut feeling है. So all impulsive decisions are attributed to gut or to spine, but all emotional decisions are attributed to heart, and all logical decisions are attributed to brain. This is an era where people have closed their heart and they are using more of their gut, more of their spine, and more of their brain. And that is the real cause of unhappiness in life. So if we start relying on what our heart says, heart will tell us a lot of contradictory information about the decisions that we take daily. So if we start listening to our heart more and less to our gut, first of all, we'll stop losing money. Most of the people in the share market who are literally behaving like beggars today, they've lost their hard earned tax paid money is because they take gut decisions. Gut decision means navel decision. These are the decisions taken by the neurons. The fear of missing out, the FOMO, is a gut signal. It has nothing to do with brain, it has nothing to do with heart. When we start taking decisions purely by heart, it will help you. And but what will happen is they will not make you CEO of the company, because they need a brainy person, not a hearty person. Because they believe a hearty person will do good to the workers, will do good to the customers, will not do good for the owners of the company. So the biggest check which is done for CEO prudence is this guy pro employee or anti employee? And the biggest qualification for high salaries in corporate world is if the person is brainy and is anti employee, he is preferred over a hearty person who is pro employee. Nowadays, a trend has come that even HR and personal department people have also started becoming more brainy and less hearty. But real success will come only for entrepreneurs and managements who are more hearty and less brainy. Because top organizations led by brainy people are shutting down. People remember Ratan Tata's more because he took most of the decisions by heart. And they have started hating Narayana Murthy only because he's a brainy individual. He's not a hearty individual. You can differentiate easily between hearty people and brainy people. I suffered a lot being a hearty guy. Most of my decisions in the corporate world were by heart and not by brain. So I was good for the employees and worst for the employers. So they always were worried that this guy will take pro employee decisions and we can be doomed. So I was always at loggerheads with the employers of the companies who were hiring us as CEO or whatever. So why heart is so powerful? Further research tells us that whenever it comes to taking decisions about life, heart will tell something and brain will tell something else. The neurons in the brain are more towards the logical side of the decision making, and the neurons in the heart are more towards the emotional side of the decision making. If we can combine the heart and brain axis and create a balance between the two, we will be able to lead a better life, which will be 96% heart and 4% brain. In life, if we use 96% heart for emotions and 4% for brain, we will be successful. But if we do the reverse, failure is guaranteed. वो कहते हैं ना फिल्मों में भी यही आता है, दिल की सुनो. In all movies they are talking about listen to your heart and do whatever your heart says. And even in deciding whom to marry and what to do and what not to do, they are talking about heart only. Most of the decisions, when it comes to where to live, where not to live, what not to do, follow the heart. They are also telling about everything. But for the first time, we opened up on a very scientific platform and it started from the fact that we wanted to go to a higher level of vibrations. So the ultimate aim for me in 90DL2, and today you would have read a third word. It is called 365L3. So it is 365DL3 means we would like some of us to reach above 700 and lesser than 900. So that at that level, I can make you compete with Shri Shri Ravi Shankar and even beat him with respect to the services to the humanity. You can be better off than Sadhguru also at frequency level. I'm not saying your organizations will be as big as Jaggi. You may not be as successful as him because he's a brainy human. He's not a hearty human. And all these big saints, very popular guys, big popular big people, very large organization people, they are all brainy people. They are not hearty people. It's very rare to find a hearty people uh, at the top because many brainy people will pull that hearty person down because a hearty guy is more powerful than the brainy guy.
Sir, I have a question. What is the role of emotions in taking decisions? Like, if heart is saying something in our relations, we take some decisions from our heart, and sometimes, when we are being said that take decisions from your brain. So, what is the role of emotions in taking decisions? Then, what should we use? Like in our relations, We should take decisions from our heart or from the brain, what brain is saying. I hope you understand my question.
When it comes to relations,
Yes.
whatever you will invest in the other guy, you will get back the same thing only. You invest logically, you will get in future logical responses. While even if you selflessly uh, bring emotions in between and forget and forgive people and help them without expecting anything back in return, you will be much a happier soul in future. Because all these brainy people, after whatever they do, they suffer a lot because deep within their heart knows that I did wrong or I was not heard. Whenever we subdue our heart in life, ultimately दिल बचा के रखना है. Ultimately, a part of our heart will get damaged. Some neurons in your heart, when they are not listened to, will get damaged. And neurons in the heart don't have the capability to come again. Have you heard about this word? Oh, he broke my heart, and I never heard and I never healed back. So if some people back or go behind by 10 years, 15 years with the hearty shocks. Brainy shocks are very easy. People get sacked every day. So they said, okay, I'm terminating you. And the guy will say, oh, you go to hell, yeah. I don't care. Because with the boss and with that company, that guy would not be so heartily involved. It is only the loyalists whose heart gets attached to the company, they get hurt. So emotions will come when it comes to friendship, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the family members, direct family members, when it comes to the direct blood, first blood. In those cases, when you use emotions and the other person doesn't use back, reciprocate back with the emotions, you get badly hurt. So the only thing you have to do in the brain heart axis is you have to tell your heart, boss, I am taking decision based on what you are saying, but I won't expect anything back. That is what brain will tell the heart to do. You please do whatever you are doing. It's good that you are doing this way, but I would advise you not to expect anything back in return. The problem will start when you do good to others and then you start expecting anything back. Now comes the important point. You would have heard me speaking billions of times. I don't need your thank you, nor I need your sorry.
Correct.
I've already explained myself that my job is to selflessly help anybody or everybody, even if that guy moving out slaps me on my face. I've helped so many families day and night, and there have been many, many families who, while they exited, they abused me. So who cares? I'm strong enough to protect myself. When we take emotional decisions, I get attached to the people emotionally. I help them day and night, and whatever I have to do. When they move on with their brainy soul, I just let them go. And why am I writing these so many posters for last 3, 4, 5 days? It is not for me. It is for few people who are thinking in this forum. If they don't read all this, whatever is reaching them, they are in trouble. We don't want to hear any bad news about them. So what am I doing? So none of our actions, what we do, are useless actions. Please understand that. So 24 by 7 thinking about others, but not expecting anybody else to think about you. That is the only answer I could give you when you do things. A tree always gives fruits. Tree never shouts on anybody's face, कि खाद तो डाल दे, put some manure below, give me some water. Idiot, give me some pesticide. No, he is not shouting at anybody. He is just giving you fruits to the best of the tree's capabilities. Selfless service. This is what nature tells us. I've never seen sun boasting on our face. I'm shining every day, yaar. Sometimes at least learn something from Biharis. They do Chhat Puja. They at least worship me. You guys are all such selfish people. Every morning, some people come Surya Namaskar, nobody else cares. A lot of people in the buildings, they don't even look at the sun. And that guy does a selfless job whole day and goes back home. Again, next morning he comes back, nobody is telling us, dear Mr. Sun, good morning. Nobody. Moon also says, I keep on roaming around whole day and night. Nobody cares. So we have to learn from the cosmos and keep on doing things for others and forgetting it. Forgive and forget. And never expect anything from the first blood. पैदा कर दिया, बड़ा कर दिया, पढ़ाया लिखाया, खुला छोड़ दो, जा बाढ़ में जा, मैं नहीं चिंता करनी. बड़ा कर दिया, हमारा काम खत्म. I couldn't speak better in Hindi than whatever I said just now. And you know what? Helping the first blood in the best possible way and then forgetting is the best karmic circle or the best karmic cycle you can have. Be selfish to your own self. Don't get hurt because ओ उसकी डॉटर इन लॉ अच्छी नहीं निकली, मेरी भी ठीक नहीं निकली, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. मैं आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग इन जनरल. नोबडी इज डॉटर इन लॉ और सन इन लॉ इज परफेक्ट. अभी ऐसा कोई प्लेनेट पे बना नहीं. या नोबडी स्पाउस इज परफेक्ट. हर एक में कुछ ना कुछ तो है. अब एक्सपेक्ट करना बंद कर दो इमोशनली. आप इमोशनल, यू लिव ए इमोशनल लाइफ बट डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग इन रिटर्न. दैट्स ऑल. वो मेरे वाली पॉलिसी यूज करो. नो थैंक यू, नो सॉरी. माई पॉलिसी विल ऑलवेज हेल्प यू. And once you do that, you would have started elevating your own frequency. You would be above 428 at least, 432 at least. And when you are only filled with the love and happiness towards people who harm you, who speak ill about you, who make fun of you, who insult you, you still are kind to them. 528. Very difficult, too good to be true. But this is where all these millions of life coaches are all about. वो breathing exercises they are doing. They are copying our stuff and telling to others. So for that, you have to breathe differently, and breathing will change your frequency mode. This is what we are doing in Scalar Bulletin also. 437, sometimes 457, different breathing exercises will elevate your frequencies. So you have to breathe differently whenever you are hearing bad news about emotions. So we have to explain to the heart, not to the brain. So till date we thought everything is happening in the brain. Everything is happening in your heart. And heart is not pumping blood. Blood was always automatically getting pumped. Because when a kid is about to be born, blood circulation starts 45 days before heart is formed. That was discussed in the cosmic heart discussion. So I clearly demonstrated that blood circulation starts happening in the kid in the 4th month of pregnancy, while the heart is getting formed in the 6th month. So which means for the 2 months there is no heart in the kid, blood circulation already starts happening, and mother cannot circulate blood in the kid. So which means the neurons and the entire circuit starts getting formed before the heart is formed. Heart muscles get constructed after the neurostructure has been formed. These neurons in the heart, they preserve the memory of the person for the entire life. When the heart stops beating, and the person is about to die, the rhythm goes off, but the neuro memory doesn't. तो आज के बाद from today focus on your heart and start taking decisions purely from heart tomorrow morning. That is the best advice I can do, and that is the secret for you can leave, sir. And that is the secret for longer life. That is the secret for longer life, because if you take care of your heart, you will live longer. Because ultimately, what I also realized physiologically also, it is the heart that is going to make sure your brain, your kidneys, your lungs and your liver and kidney and everything else in the body works properly. It is only ensuring everything. It's not the brain. Even brain needs help, because if brain doesn't get blood and oxygen, brain is dysfunctional. Hypoxia goes off. Brain doesn't control the heart. It is the heart that controls the brain. We always have been taught that brain controls the heart. It is the command center. No, 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 sir. वो president और prime minister वाली problem है. The prime minister of your body is your heart. President is the constitutional head. That is the brain. It looks like everything is being done by the brain. No, no. No matter how much the kids are studying in the exams, one kid gets afraid. Lot of fear gets generated in the heart. He does badly in the exams, even if he would have done so much of studies. Has extraordinary IQ. So you would have seen two people with same IQ live totally different lives. It is only because of heart. The entire fear psychosis gets developed in the heart, not in the brain. We say na, people with weak heart, people with strong heart. ये कहाँ से आ रहा है? It's all about the neural network in the heart. So till date, nobody told us that it is all about neurons in the heart, and it is also all about the electric rhythm of the heart. You would have heard about the electric shocks given when the suddenly the heart stops pumping in the hospitals, and the patient is about to die. They give electric shocks and try to revive the sinus rhythm of the person. They do that. It's all about the electric rhythm. And the function of the heart was to create a vortex. That's all. It is only facilitating the supply of blood. It is not pumping the blood. Its main job is to manage this neuro network. So it is charging the neurons. So it is your battery. You can call your heart a battery, which is basically rhythming 1 lakh times a day. Our heart rhythms are uh, getting created and transmitted 1 lakh times in a day, one day. It works tirelessly. It's an electrical device. It's not a mechanical device. So the entire research going on in America for last 30 years, where they are creating a vasculodilatory heart, is bakwas. So the lady who has 3D printed that heart, it's all money down the drain. That patient won't live beyond 1 hour or 1.5 hours. And that is what their research is going ahead with. Because they could not create the neural network. वो उन्होंने they've created a pump, heart pump, that can supply blood here and there, but that patient won't live for long. It's only because of the neural network. So it's very difficult to challenge the cosmos, the God. You cannot copy heart. They are transplanting heart from one person to other. Have you seen so many movies where you found that the person's heart got transplanted and the transplanted person started behaving like the original guy? Yeah, the heart carries the memory. So basically, when you are transplanting a human being's heart to another one, you are actually transplanting the same guy there. The complete heart is the significant part of that human being. You would have heard about these green corridors and where they are rushing the heart. And by the way, they are rushing that heart in filled in our DMSO, secret 4. So this is what we were discussing last night. I cannot write all this in that post, but still I wrote something for you. और बताइए. So Chitra, you went silent. Now most of us are in our LSM and 90D also. Some of us are in 90D, some of us are in LSM. So when do we begin LSM? It never ended. I'm grateful to all of you who didn't work hard. So it never ended. So it's a hell of a problem on my head only. So it was not your responsibility to do anything. It is my problem only. So I have to start again. So what we will do is this time we will do something else. We'll do sales machine only, but in some other approach. When shall we start? Next Sunday? Only Sunday classes are sufficient? Will 6 hours Sunday do good with you? You have lunch, brunch, whatever you want to have. Normally, what we are doing with others is we are doing 4 hour classes and continuously for 3 days. Then we complete the complete course and we do it very fast. And if we have to extend it, we extend it for 2 more days. So it is another 8 hours. So 12 and 8, 20 hours we complete. 1 hour class will not happen. So either you can opt out of the course or you please do this time seriously. And I don't want to stretch this longer. So we will discuss the dates and tell you. That is one. 90D, Anuradha, you want to start? You only stopped it, eh? I didn't stop. You said I have to go here and there. After that, I lost interest. I was telling this to Pavitra only.
So, but then something happened.
Nothing happened. I lost the interest. I was telling Pavitra only before this whole thing started. I said, you show lack of interest for 7 days. I multiplied by 8 times. So if you tell me that, oh, I am very busy for 1 week, I say, okay, I am very busy for 2 months. So I am very happy for people who don't take interest. So what I do is I said, okay, let it go. There are so many people for whom I have to start from scratch. Asha Desai, I have started this 90D 3 times. And now for her, I have to start from kindergarten now. It's no more 90D. I have to start from childhood. No matter what happens is, if we don't complete this 90D at a stretch, next time I'm not going to be flexible with anybody. They have to follow the regime exactly the same way, end the program, get the desired results, and then have a habit tracker to continue doing things. Otherwise, you will not elevate yourself. Otherwise, what is going to happen is the rest of the world will take you down. Wherever you were, it will take you down further below. Like nobody can take me down anymore. I can never go back to what I was in 2007. I was a coward, very, very successful. I was a CEO. I had a very high salary, but I was a bloody coward. Now I can never go back to what I was in 2007. Nobody can dare to take me back. I'm very, very dangerous. Oh, somebody wanted to ask me who was the other guy. Oh, Nagendra only was asking. See, Arnab is my personal friend, and so is Savio Rodriguez. And if we three of us can combine together, again, I'm using the word again, we can bring down any government, whether state government or any central government. We can do anything bad against bad people. I've already brought down one state government. Karnataka government I've already taken down once. If required, I can take down any government down. Annamalai is also our personal friend. Annamalai in Tamil Nadu. We can bring down Stalin any day. We are such dangerous people. That is what that post meant. I can get rid of Stalin anytime. I had a problem with Jayalalitha also. When I was in Hosur, I was called by Jayalalitha. I have gone and seen her. I was a big nuisance in Tamil Nadu also. So that is what that post meant. That even if what we have become today doesn't mean that we can't go back to our past qualities. In LSM, we will discuss why did Arnav changed and what went wrong with his sales and marketing. Why is Arnav generating 103 crores of losses? And why suddenly he changed so much? He went against Modi. What went wrong with him? And why is Aitak now starting to go against Modi? Why is suddenly media going against Modi? Why is media going and attacking the judiciary? What is going to happen in 2026? Cosmic Modi, a lot of people have started reading. And rather, you have read. How is the book? Because I don't know. Not many people have given me reviews in India. In other part of the world, a lot of people are writing. From Middle East, I've got so many responses. They are reading more about Modi than what we are interested in. Arabs are reading more about Modi. So they are liking it. They are using it to understand how they should plan their businesses with India. China is reading it a lot. Even Japan is reading it a lot. India, I'm not getting so much of news. Some people might be reading it, I don't know. Most people want it in Hindi here, it seems. Because Modi is not so popular in South India. He is more popular in North India. And North people don't read too much of English. They are all Hindi guys only. That is a big issue. So how is it, Anuradha?
Then I'm still in the halfway. The thing is,
Halfway, what did you realize? What did you feel?
most comparison between Gandhi and Modi are done immediately.
Oh, you read about difference between Gandhi and Modi. And strange coincidence, huh? If you see that chapter, and if you see Modi's habits of removing Gandhi's name from that scheme, just see that the way he has changed his name, he has removed Bapu's name from that big scheme in the parliament, and everybody is crying. Mahatma Gandhi Rozgar Yojana or something like that. And if you see comparison between the tale of two Mahatmas, you can understand that he wants to leave his own legacy behind now. He's planning for 2047 when Gen Alpha, the today's kids would be grown up. All of us would be very, very old. He doesn't care about you and me. So he wants to build an India with the Gen Alpha. He's not even bothered about Gen Z. He's more investing his time into the kids of today. The guys who have grown up, they are already abusing him. He doesn't care about Gen Z also. He's planning to work on Gen Alpha. And that is what is there in that book also. The Tale of Two Mahatmas. Mahatma Gandhi was creating the policies. This guy has implemented those policies. And there is no Congress or anybody else in between. It has been between Bapu and Modi. That's all. He has implemented only Bapu's policies, nobody else. And that is what that chapter was all about. Later on, you would find his uh, his altercations with Amit Shah. Things are not well with him. Then you would find how Rahul Gandhi becomes totally insignificant. He washes off. Somewhere in the book it is written Kejriwal will vanish up to 2027, but that I had written in 2023 end. That Kejriwal will vanish from the politics for next 5 years. And when he comes back, he will be totally insignificant in politics. Zero. Dollar I've already written 2 years back. I had written that dollar will reach 34 rupees. And every Indian in America would have returned back. The last Indian, there is some chapter in which it says the last Indian to return back to India would be from UK. The entire Canada, entire America would have returned back to India, every Indian. And there would be new cities created to only rehabilitate these NRIs. In fact, now only I heard that there are 150 new cities being planned. And they are cutting these Aravlis for that. You would never understand what Modi is doing. He is cutting Aravlis, 100-meter game is there, so that they can build small cities across entire this belt up to Gujarat. And this entire money will be spent by ANA, Ambani and Adani only. Nobody else. So there is a pattern in all you see today. Plus, it also tells about how America would be neutralized. How by 2025, no, 2035, you would be feeding Americans. Every successful Indian would be feeding 1,000 Americans. They won't have food. America would not be the country that it looks today. It will be finished. 2026 is a decisive year. If you see that forecast also in that. We have talked about gold in that. We have talked about platinum in that. Already there it's that in that book. Then Modi retires in 2036. Till then he'll remain the prime minister. And he will bring a new guy, not known to anybody. That book clearly says Amit Shah and Yogi will not become prime minister. And what happened? He got a kid from somewhere, Bihar or somewhere, and made him the president. No idea from where he came. And people have never heard him. So this book already says this is happening now. But the book says the prime minister will come from nowhere. And he is not Annamalai. Jay Shankar is nobody. See, these are all functional experts. Chanakya caught hold of Vishnugupt and made him Chandragupt. This story is going to repeat with Modi. He will start working on that guy in 2033. And he will confidentially develop him till 2036. And this guy will be from RSS. And then Modi will guide him for another 3.5 years. Modi will die in 2040. How do I know this so accurately? And none of your YouTube channels or nobody will tell you all this. In fact, I also know his date of departure. I don't want to sensationalize it because Amazon was continuously cutting it. We will know the disease which will get in 2036. It will be a breathing disease. And he'll settle up in Himachal only. This is Cosmic Modi. So I decided that all those people who had a great year with us this year, even if you have not got the hard copy, we will give you a soft copy for everybody who will write me a mail till 31st December, and to whom I will acknowledge that they have done something. So आपकी मेल वेल आ जानी चाहिए for and this LSM certificates you have to still get. 90DL2 is still continuing. That is everything. And Cosmo Astro, a lot of Cosmo Astros are still pending. So many of them. 11:13. Hmm.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Good night. गीता जी कुछ कहना है?
No, sir. Thank you.
Good night then.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, sir. VC sir, good night.